And I think Sam Bankman-Fried were in the unit that was one floor above mine. So in terms of like the setting, it's a fairly decent chance that the room I'm describing is similar to where Diddy is.
Sean Diddy Combs is now facing yet another legal firestorm, but this time, the allegations aren't coming from a former assistant, an ex-girlfriend, or a partygoer from his notorious freak-off gatherings. The latest lawsuit has been filed by someone far removed from the glitz of his past, his former cellmate at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn. In a shocking new court filing, the unidentified inmate accuses Combs of harassment, intimidation, and assault while they were housed together. According to the documents, the once celebrated music mogul allegedly carried the same manipulative behaviors and abusive power dynamics that prosecutors say fueled his empire, from yachts and private jets.
The sentencing matches that, or did he just not make that connection?
No, he did acknowledge that the sentence that prosecutors were asking for, 11 years, was a bit of an overreach. The probation report recommended 60 months. So when you look at the probation report of 60 months, he comes up with 50 months. The prosecutors wanted 11 years behind bars. It's not quite in the middle, but it's a far cry from the
to exclusive after-parties straight into the shared prison dormitory. This isn't just another headline-grabbing scandal. It's a federal case, emerging from within the prison walls, claiming Diddy used coercive tactics and physical dominance to target a fellow inmate not in the boardroom, but in a facility where reputation offers little protection, and power takes on a far grittier form. Diddy is currently serving a 50-month sentence tied to a series of solicitation-related charges. But if this lawsuit gains traction, it could lead to fresh criminal charges, compounding his sentence and further unraveling a career once built on platinum records and billion-dollar branding. Internal sources suggest the Bureau of Prisons has already launched a quiet investigation, though officials have yet to make any public comment. The events described in the lawsuit are said to have taken place on 4 North, a dorm-style unit of MDC Brooklyn reserved for high-profile detainees. But anyone imagining luxury confinement should think again. MDC has long been condemned by federal defenders and human rights observers alike, not just for its harsh conditions, but for what many call systemic neglect. Inmates here endure overcrowded communal living, steel bunks with thin foam pads, no pillows, and notoriously unsanitary food, bug-infested, barely edible, and often unidentifiable. One microwave serves.
He sort of talked to me about the schedule for the day. He explained the important rules. He explained count time, because they have to, look, the jail's main 2 things. They can't lose you and they can't kill you. So they have to, count you, and they count you twice a day. Actually, 3 times a day.
You go to your bunk?
Yeah, you go to your bunk. At night, they'll come, you can be laying down. And in the morning, you can be laying down, but once a day, twice a day.
It's the entire unit. And while technically there's a TV room and a dusty air hockey table, this is no country club for white-collar criminals. This is the same facility that's housed infamous names like R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Sam Bankman-Fried. It's also where chaos has turned deadly. In 2011, 2 inmates, Kane White and Gene Corderero, were killed in violent altercations. And in 2019, a catastrophic power outage left the building freezing in winter temperatures for days, prompting a $10 million settlement and an FBI probe into the prison's conditions. Into this bleak environment came Diddy.
So these are fluorescent lights.
Yeah.
And you're sleeping in that light. What was the first night there?
First night was very intense. Again, I'm, coming down off drugs. And by that time, the second time I went in, between the 2 times I'd gotten a terrible concussion.
Stripped of his designer lifestyle and celebrity armor. But insiders say it wasn't the maggot-laced beans or grimy showers that pushed him to his breaking point, it was ego. Sources inside 4 North claim Combs became volatile when another inmate, Luigi Manion, arrived late last year. Manion, just 26 years old, is facing charges in the high-profile murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, a case that has made national headlines. And in the twisted social ladder behind bars, Manion has reportedly eclipsed Diddy as the most notorious name on the unit. That hasn't gone down well. Correctional officers, speaking anonymously, say Combs has thrown multiple explosive tantrums, not about prison conditions, but about losing his